All right, let's go over to the other game last night. Paige Bueckers and UConn taking on Juju Watkins and USC. And Bueckers did not disappoint with 28 points in the Huskies' 80-73 victory. While Watkins, 29 points, it wasn't enough. However, Juju does now hold the NCAA Division I freshman scoring record. Paige and Juju spoke after the matchup.
Today was one of the most rewarding feelings I've ever felt in my life. Just seeing where I was a year ago, today, just starting to do individual workouts, starting to feel the basketball again, get the ball in my hands again and play, and now I'm here. And with my teammates and my coaching staff, I'm going to the Final Four.
Just coming up short, I think that adds a lot of fuel to the fire for the next couple of years. I'm just excited to go back home and get in the gym now, and I'm really focused on learning from this season as a whole and things I can improve on, definitely my efficiency and stuff like that. But I'm just grateful for this year because I've learned a lot.
All right, Stephen A., I'm going to start with you on this one. How impressive was Paige's performance last night?
She's something special as well. And, you know, Juju is a baller. Juju is going to be spectacular if she's not already. You know, ultimately the offense got neutralized, and you expected, as Andraya was educating us yesterday about UConn, you were expecting UCLA's toughness, size to ultimately force UConn to use its bench. But when you've got somebody like Bueckers, here's what Shannon and Andraya, I've been bringing this up for the last couple of weeks or so because I'm a fan of Paige Bueckers. The reality is that she got hurt. I want everybody to understand something.
Twice.
She got hurt twice. You're absolutely right. I want everybody to understand something here. She arrived on the college basketball scene when Caitlin Clark was already here. And we were talking about her. She's the National Player of the Year as a freshman. This girl was spectacular. She gets injured and she misses the entire year last year. And that's when Caitlin Clark really busted onto the scene. Not to say that she wasn't doing special things prior to that, but she really busted onto the scene, Paige Bueckers' absence. Now that I'm seeing this girl, nasty knee injury, when people talk about her career aspirations, her ultimately going to the next level, the WNBA and stuff like that, all you ever hear about is, okay, that wasn't the first time she had a nasty knee injury and what have you. So you wonder about her health. No one says anything about her game. And so she goes out there last night, and what does she do? She drops 28 and 10. And she's making things happen when it counts most. A matter of fact, she looked a hell of a lot like Caitlin Clark a little bit last night, and at least a little bit. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. Friday night, when these two go up against one another, oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be special. And this is what I'm talking about right here. And to know that Bueckers is healthy and she's performing, to imagine her going up against Caitlin Clark, that is something you fantasize about in any sport, on any level, when the creme de la creme has to confront one another. This is another moment. And Friday night is going to be special. It can't miss television as far as I'm concerned. I can't wait. Bueckers did not surprise me. As long as she's healthy, she is clearly an elite player in the game of college basketball for the women. She is something special to behold, and that's saying a lot because I'm a big-time Juju Watkins fan. This girl is special, and she's going to make a hell of a lot of noise in the very, very near future. Average 27 during the tournament. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, you know, and as we're talking about all of these players, the one thing that Paige and Caitlin can lean on in these tough moments in the tournament when they have to dig deep is their experience. They've been here before. Juju in the future will lean on this experience, and she'll be better for it because she's already amazing. This is only going to make her better. I don't know if people paid attention when things got tight. Who guarded Juju? Paige did. Paige's defense is underestimated. And what I'm really looking forward to and hope I get as an analyst, it would just be a dream, Paige guarding Caitlin. We just talked about mismatches with Caitlin and LSU. There's potential because of the competitor that Paige is, that she will go up and defend Caitlin. And that one-on-one matchup, that's a dream. Watching two players go at it head-to-head, it's remarkable. But Paige, what she's been able to do, coming back from injury with a depleted roster. She played all 40 minutes. Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule did too with foul trouble, but Paige leading the way and connecting all of the pieces, it's unbelievable. It's really fun to watch.
But guys, did you see the difference in the ball game? When Juju got the ball early, what did Gino do? Blitz her, make her give it up. trap her every chance he got. He's like, I'm not going to let you go haywire. We know what you're capable of doing. One player in the college game can dominate, can take the game over. And so a lot of times early, she got her points. But, Stephen, if I'm not mistaken, it took her 23 shots to get those 29 points. Yeah. And so Gino made a conscious effort early. I'm going to blitz her every chance I get. I'm going to show her a lot of different looks. I'm not going to let her get it going. But Paige Bueckers, we got to remember, guys, as you said, Stephen A., she was the player of the year as a freshman. So we know what she's capable of. The only question that we had, would she ever be able to come back and be the same player coming back off of those injuries, especially that knee injury? Stephen A., she's coming back next year. If you thought she was good this year, hey, wait till next year. If you think you know her now, you will never know her if you don't wait till you see her next year, because she has it all. Put the ball on the floor. Andraya can get to the rim. She got the mid-range game. And late in the ball game, Stephen A., you saw that mid-range? She turned around, 1-footer. Take that with you. I know we only up 1, but I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put us up 3. And then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to drop a 3 on you and put us up 6. I'm like that. I am what everybody says Caitlin Clark is. I was Caitlin Clark before she was Caitlin Clark. Man, these games last night, Stephen A., Andraya, I don't know what the ratings, but they did women college basketball great. Not good, they did them great. Because this is what we wanted. I was just hoping, man, I hope all these games are close, because I want the people that come, I want them to stay. They couldn't leave. They could not leave. And, man, I am so excited. Man, I ain't never been so excited to watch this, Stephen A., in all my life.
Never.
And I've watched all of them.
And listen, I have my daughters, I'm like this, sit here, watch this. Watch, we ain't missing this right here. Get your popcorn ready. I knew it was going to be special. That's number 1. Number 2, Juju Watkins shot 25 times, 9 for 25 from the field. Number 3, Paige Bueckers played all 40 minutes.
Yes.
She didn't sit down once. And so I'm looking at that. You got 8 healthy players. Everybody else is unhealthy. You compromise. Gino Auriemma, give him a lot of credit where credit is due. 23rd in Final Four appearance in history. They deserve a lot of credit. But I'm telling you something right now. This girl back, she's something special. Mm-hmm. And I think that she has the kind of attitude. This is what I love about her and Caitlin Clark. Both of them. I believe both of them have identical personalities in this regard. Yeah. Here we come. Yeah, we know it's about us. You know, you think it's about her? No, you think it's about her? We'll see. Here we come. Mm-hmm. And that's what, listen, many sports are about that, but especially the game of basketball. It's like football. You got offense, defense, special teams. You understand? You see 2 quarterbacks going up against one another, Shannon. They got to compete against the opposing defense, not against each other. You understand? If one team got an elite defense, the other one don't. You got an advantage if you had the quarterback spot. No, on a basketball court, you get to go against one another, particularly when you're playing a similar position. Angel Reese ain't trying to guard Caitlin Clark. She can't run around chasing Caitlin Clark. But you know what? Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark could end up guarding one another. This is what I'm talking about. So when you look at basketball, if you looked at Kobe going up against D. Wade, to a lesser degree, whether it's a Paul Pierce or LeBron James or whatever, at some point in time, it's me and you. What's up? Let's get it on. And that is what we have in store, I believe, for this Friday night. And boy, I'll be on a Friday night. I'll be in front of the TV somewhere. I promise you that. I ain't missing this.
My favorite part about all of this, from South Carolina to NC State to Iowa to UConn and all the storylines, like people now, they get in because of the storylines. The storylines are amazing. They stay in because of the basketball. That's the best part. Eyes are on all of these players and all of these teams because of the storylines that are attached to them. But once the game starts, once you're sitting in your seat, you can't go anywhere because the games are just that good. Their performances are that good. Their skill sets are that good. So come for the stories, stay for the execution, stay for the buckets, and stay for the competition because it's there.
By the way, one key fact just for the audience to know. Paige Bueckers, when she was hurt last year, it snapped 14 consecutive appearances to the Final Four by UConn.
Yeah.
So now they've been to 15 in the last 16 years.
Yeah.
Just so the audience knows.
Yeah.
This is familiar territory for the Huskies.
Exactly. She's been there before, for sure. What, Dre, were you going to say something?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, I remember being at Tennessee. We had a game day show at Tennessee. Tennessee was playing UConn. Paige couldn't play, and Paige was emotional. Like, in warm-ups, Paige had to kind of sit by herself for a second. You could see, we were like, is Paige upset? She wanted to be on the floor so badly. She wanted to play so badly, and to hear her in the postgame say this was one of the most rewarding moments for her, it's because she wants to be out there. She wants to help them win. And for them, let me just say this too, for them to get back to the Final Four with this team, and then they add the pieces that they have over there on that bench. On Friday, when you watch the game, just look at the Connecticut bench for a second, and look who's in sweatsuits, and just think, just for a little glimpse, we're not going to skip this season, but UConn getting back to the Final Four is phenomenal. Yeah. Coaching, it's discipline, it's players. Like, it's unreal that they're here. We have to give Gino and that staff credit. Like, we have Don Staley, who's back with a whole new starting five. We have Gino, who's back with half his team. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be really great to watch them on Friday.